Coming your way as this one last touch by Jackson. It is Mustang basketball. Oakdale brings it down, has that man at the high elbow, launches it up and got the first points. That is number 23, Eli Paz, scoring first. Oakdale a little closer to home, don't have to travel so early in the morning. A little bit easier to play when you get a little bit more rest. Oakdale gets a steal, and here they are back on offense. Reen fakes one way, goes inside, tosses it up, and gets the bounce. Ryan Reen adding to the total of Oakdale's 4 points. Jackson on the fast break. Oakdale chasing from behind, poked out, and this will be Jackson ball. Kane Gray hustling from behind, poking it out, but couldn't quite get full possession, so Jackson will have the chance to inbound from the sideline. Jackson looking, ball tipped off the inbound pass by Kane Gray, so he eventually does get that steal in the book. Now Ryan Reen looks, sets up for three, launches deep, poke goes off the block, and a foul underneath. And that is a foul on Eli Paz. That is going to be his first foul. And it's on the rebound. Jackson still looking for their first points and their first shot attempt. Needs to move in, does so with the right hand, gets it off the backboard, and that is Jackson's first points with Logan McMahon acting as their center. Oakdale back with it now after that foul, going for the rebound. Eli Paz just a little bit too much contact, and here is a missed three ball by Kane Gray. Jackson looks to spin out of it and caught on the carry. That's a good call by the official. Got his hand underneath the equator of the ball, and Oakdale will get right back with it on the sideline. Coach of Jackson telling his defense to step up a little because he knows that Oakdale is a shooting team, and they've shown that just within their first few possessions. Ryan Reen missed a three earlier, but just off the mark, as here's another attempt from deep three-point range. Too much muscle as Jackson get the ball, and Oakdale now with the full court press, and here is the foul on Kane Gray. Very aggressive, very physical, trying to take that ball away. Has one steal off an inbound pass down the other way, poked it out before, then took it for Oakdale. Another steal for Oakdale as they allow Kane Gray to bring the ball up in a transitional attempt. Gray will fake, drive, give it up. A pass to no one, but Oakdale secures it off the wild pass. Toss goes up, and the block afterwards. This will stay Oakdale ball. Last touch by Logan McMahon. And Oakdale to inbound from the baseline. Looking at that middle. Finally gives it out to Blake Snyder. Green drives baseline and a little strong. Kane Gray gets it back for Oakdale. Bulk of the possessions and bulk of the time spent with ball in favor of Oakdale strongly. Snyder sets up for three. This one looks good, but still off the left side. Large portion of the shots being too strong or just off the side. They'll get hot soon enough. Gray lost it off his foot and saves it just before the backcourt violation with Blake Snyder. And we have a timeout called by Oakdale as they're up 4-2. It's Middle School Madness on NorCal Sports TV. One falling down. NorCal Sports TV's Middle School Madness from Oakdale, California. Host Oakdale Mustang High School. And Oakdale Middle School right now leading by 2 points, 4-2 to the visiting Jackson. Oakdale calls out their play. They called the timeout despite having a lot of time of possession. And they continue that now as they keep getting those rebounds. Then they throw it right away to JoJo Hulsbosch. Jackson still struggling to get good shots as this one will count and go to the free throw line. Number 24, Logan Yelnick. Yelenick tied it up but couldn't take the lead, but then there's the putback for Jackson, and they have their first lead of the day, 6-4. Despite not having the ball for a lot of time, well, certainly connecting on the few shots that they get the chance to take. Green spins out of it, throws up a three, too much. Rebound, Kane Gray, and a foul on the ground. And that goes on JoJo Hulsbosch. That's his first foul. Oakdale finds the corner, moving that ball around. Reen had another open look, but Kane Gray will take it instead, and he's got a deep two-pointer. Jackson remains with it. Last touch by Eli Paz. Late in the first quarter, Jackson just starting to get their gears turning. The Oakdale defense getting that ball away, forcing turnovers, and here's another floater, rattles its way out, put back, fouled from behind. And that goes on Eli Paz. That's going to be his second foul of the game. 5 minutes in. Logan McMahon misses his first free throw attempt. 2 of the 6 points for Jackson. Kane Gray, another three. Looks good. Short this time. Ball poked up, and this is last touched by number 24, Logan Yelnick. This is Oakdale basketball. Another three for Oakdale. Uses the backboard. Not there. Rebound to Oakdale underneath for Eli Paz. And now a fast break for Jackson. Tosses up, misses. Rebound for the Jaguars. Kick out to a deep two, and he's got it. Jojo Holzbosch knocks down the deep two. Reen, three. Still can't hit. Holzbosch back on the run, and he's got one with the right hand. In transition, beats out Kane Gray defensively, and Holzbosch. 2 straight possessions, 4 straight points, and Jackson to an early lead of 5. 3 for Oakdale, misses. They had the backdoor man running the baseline, Landon Peckman, favoring that 3 ball in deep instead, and another carry on Jackson. Officials not holding back. You got to learn not to carry that ball. Whether it's 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, officials are going to call that. (11-6). Jackson leads. Oakdale has been scoreless the last few minutes as we have a travel before the shot. As Landon Peckman took an extra jump step, give him the power to get it there. Now we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Jackson up by 5, looking to extend the lead before going into the second quarter, and here's another foul down low. I believe this goes on Peckman. And it does. This will be 2 more free throws to Logan McMahon, who's been there once already. Last time he went 50%, and it looks like first one at least will be good. Now Jackson will send in a substitution. We will see Peyton Clark for the first time as he replaces Zach Yelnick. 2 for 2 this time. Logan McMahon drops them both. He has 5 points in the game. Green controls, fake, steps inside, and another foul, a push on the ground. No free throws. But the foul goes on Vincent Wright. That's only his first. Inbound pass to Ryan Reen. And that's Logan Yelnick picking up the foul, put 2 hands on Reen, trying to strip it away. Official says you can't do that. You got to keep your hands to yourself or just grab the ball. Ball is back into Reen with 24 seconds to play in the first. There's another foul on the Jackson Jaguars. That's Peyton Clark with his first. Initially, it looked like Oakdale got away with the travel, and I think that's what the Jaguars coach was saying as well, but Coach Berg nearly called it, let it go, and then the foul occurred right after. Great ball movement from Oakdale. Reen thought he got fouled, so he throws it up, but no whistle blows, so then they have to regain, recontrol, and that shot is good for Eli Paz. 1 second to shoot, gets it off in time, but can't connect, so at the end of quarter number 1, Jackson Jaguars 13, Oakdale 8. It's Middle School Madness on NorCal Sports TV.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Oakdale Rams, Jackson Jaguars for Middle School Madness on NorCal Sports TV. The Jackson Jaguars were down early in the game, but then their offense started to pick up, especially with Logan McMahon, who has 5 points in the game, 3 of those from the free throw line. And the Rams, not too hot from deep three-point land yet. They're getting good shots, they're getting open shots, but that ball is just not able to fall. And of course, as they get older, that percentage is going to start to go up. But right now, Oakdale might need to look at a different game plan to allow them to stay in this one. Jackson moving, Euro step inside, misses. McMahon right back with it. Misses underneath the basket, and all 5 of the Rams trying to tie up McMahon, and they finally do so. The alternating possession, so will stay Jaguar basketball. Pass to the elbow, 15-footer bounces its way out, and Ryan Reen able to snag the board for Oakdale. Transition opportunity for the Rams. Kane Gray picks it up, but the defense is too strong with Vincent Wright as Reen launches a 3 and finally gets one to drop. Ryan Reen, 5 points in the game thanks to that 3, and right back into it with a 1-possession game. Jaguars setting it up, steps inside, deep 2 ball using the glass. Can't quite get it. Kane Gray rebound, then right up court, getting looks for the Rams as another floater drops for Oakdale. That is number 23, Eli Paz. 6 points for the 7th grader out of Oakdale, and he's tied it up as we have 2 hands touching. Kane Gray picks up foul number 2. Six. That is 6 fouls on Oakdale in the first half. Next one will be shooting. Have to be careful. They've been very aggressive, very physical, and it's paid off most of the time getting that ball back into their possession as we have another jump ball forced by Eli Paz. This time it's Oakdale basketball. The aggressiveness of Oakdale has certainly paid off, getting that ball into their hands, but you still have to connect on their shots, and that's where they're lacking right now. Ryan Reen hit that 3, which is his first made deep ball after taking quite a few attempts. He continues to shoot that ball as official calls the travel and an extra step inside. (13-13) Jackson. They're up by 5 earlier on, then made it 7. But Oakdale has been right back in it as Reen hits the deck and another tie ball. Good hustle by both players. Ryan Reen nearly had the fast break. Got chased down by Logan Yelnick. Screen by McMahon. Jackson tipping it out as Ryan Reen saved right back in, but it's to the Jaguars. Not the right team to tip it back into. McMahon, the big body down low, dominating the paint, but we got an over the back on 44. That is Logan McMahon, who only picks up his first foul in the game. Now that's 5 fouls on Jackson. Reen, another three, hit his last one, misses this with the rebound to the freshly entered number 21, Bryson Lambert. Started the game, finally back in, getting some minutes. Jaguars moving, foul on Lambert, and shooting two will be the Jaguars. This is Jojo Holzbosch shooting two free throws, and also now Jaguars in the bonus. Holzbosch misses the first, and a substitution coming in, Caden Honeyman. He will replace Vincent Wright. Second free throw misses as well. 0 of 2 on this trip to the free throw line. Rebound to the Jaguars, and then another tie ball. Getting wrapped up with Logan McMahon. Needs to keep that ball high. He has a lot of height compared to everyone else on the court. Get that ball up and either allow Oakdale to slap their arms and pick up a foul, or get that pass out. Get a good attempt. Baseline drive, and the travel took that extra step. This is Vincent Wright allowing the turnover. It's Jaguar basketball. 3 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first half, and scoring currently at a standstill, staying at 13 apiece. Jojo Holzbosch kicks out, three ball on the way, high arcing. Nicks off the side of the rim. Saved by the Jaguars, but a wild pass leads it to the Rams ball. Two-step into the three, and he's got one. Blake Snyder, the second three of the game. Both threes belong to Oakdale, one for Reen, one for Snyder. Drive the back down, tosses it up, and Bryson Lambert, good enough defense to force the stop. Eli Paz finds Reen. Cutting man on the baseline. It was a good find, but McMahon read it. Took too long to get that pass off. Oakdale, a lot of great ideas and strategies that they have in their gameplay. Just execution is a little slow. Easier to read defensively, knowing where that ball is going, and you're not having the speed of passes like most teams would. Ball's tipped. Kane Gray was the last to touch it as it went up into the support system of the basket. Jaguars pass it back in to Jojo Holzbosch. A lot of movement on the right side as Holzbosch tosses up the three, misses front iron. Rebound to the Jaguars, Logan Yelnick. McMahon brought that ball down low again, and it's stripped away by Eli Paz. McMahon's got to learn to keep that ball up. Gray fakes the three, steps through. The denial from Logan McMahon came flying through and knocked it out as Ryan Reen places a two back through the basket. (18-13), a back-and-forth game, in the Oakdale Rams seem like they have found their stride. That's another foul on Bryson Lambert. That's going to be his second. And the Jaguars, are in the bonus. So they will have Logan Yelnick shooting a 1-and-1. Knocks down the first, which means he gets a second attempt. 2 for 2 at the free throw line, Logan Yelnick, and that's where the Jaguars can really take advantage of this game. Logan McMahon has hit 3, Yelnick has hit 2, and they've had a few other missed attempts, but as long as you keep those free throws flowing, it's going to be quite a different ball game. Trapped in the corner, can't get out, stripped away by Kane Gray, then he's forced to give it up. Blake Snyder leads down the court for the Oakdale Rams, goes straight to the basket, flies it up with the right hand, looking for a foul. He's got nothing, and then a travel on the Jaguars. Logan Yelnick caught on the travel. The official not having any of the talk from Logan Yelnick, so he's forcing him to go to the bench and get him out of the game currently. (18-15), Oakdale up by 3. Final minute of the first half as Kane Gray loses this one to the Jaguars. Number 5, JoJo Holzbosch. Holzbosch going coast to coast. McMahon tips it back for the Jaguars, and another travel as he took that extra step before the dribble. Reen sets the screen, tosses it back and forth, playing pass back, taken by McMahon. End zone to end zone, McMahon takes it to the rack. Leading scorer, and by large. (15-footer) misses. Rams keep it alive. Back to the baseline, stepping his way through. Eli Paz will throw it out of bounds. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Jaguars look to take the lead with the final shot. Jaguars have to pay attention to the clock. Don't want to get caught without a shot or without an attempt. 7 to play now. Need to get the shot off. 3 seconds to shoot. Jaguars for the lead. Doesn't go, and the buzzer sounds, so the Oakdale Rams hold on to a 1-point lead, acting as the home team against the Jackson Jaguars. 7th grade basketball for Game 1. We'll have the second half of Middle School Madness coming up right after this.
Oh, that's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Here's your second one falling down. Third
Blocker. For anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab Blocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab Blocker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to abblockerfitness.com.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%. And we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Oh, that's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
StarCal Sports TV, middle school madness through the first half. Oakdale Rams lead by 1, the home team, to the Jackson Jaguars down by 1. 18-17, the Oakdale Rams. Well, they love to shoot the 3 ball, but they've only made 2, one from Blake Snyder, the other from Ryan Reen. They got into quite a bit of foul trouble in the first half with 8 fouls. And for Jackson, they only had 5. 7-minute quarter, second half underway. It's been back and forth the entire time as Reen starts out the second half with a 3 ball. Goes up and down to McMahon defensively, and then a foul from behind. This is going to go on Bryson Lambert. That's foul number 3. Jackson brings the ball down. Reen pokes it out. Sticking with it is Logan Yelnick, and we have another jump ball. Part of the aggressiveness from both teams. With the alternating possession, Jaguars gets it back on the sideline. Drive straight through. Lambert will pick up another foul, and shooting 2 will be Holzbosch. Holzbosch, 4 points in the game. Been to the free throw line a few times, hasn't hit one yet. And there's his first. Bryson Lambert will come out of the game with 4 fouls, and in his place is Kanan Mack. Tie game with that free throw. Holzbosch looks to take the 1-point lead and turn the table, and he does just that. 2 for 2 at the free throw line for JoJo Holzbosch. Reen, 1 step, kick out. Blake Snyder goes baseline, underneath, kicks out. Kane Gray fakes, kicks, 3 on the way from the corner. Looks good, is good. Blake Snyder, his second 3 of the game. 6 total points. Here's a blocking foul, and that's on Kane Gray. Kane Gray picks up his 3rd. Drive through, floats it up, and got one down off the backboard. Holzbosch taking control of the second half single-handedly. 8 total points for him now, and this game is tied at 21-21. Gray floats backboard, comes off to the Jaguars in transition. 2-on-2, fast break, goes up with the right hand. Not the angle, as we have a foul from behind over the back on Logan Yelnick. It's going to be his 2nd foul. Has an open man, baseline denied by McMahon again. That's going to be his 2nd block. Denying everything inside the paint, acting like it's his home court. Three ball, Reen battled its way out. McMahon with another board. Tries passing this to the sideline, and it's out of reach for Logan Yelnick. Two minutes into the third quarter. Tie game 21-21. Reen calls for it, gets another 3. Breaks off the back iron. Reen trying to take it back for himself, and now the Jaguars will slow it down. 3 ball, Holzbosch. The deep 3 ball knocks it through. JoJo Holzbosch, like I said, single-handedly attacking this second half defense of the Oakdale Rams. And it's working out strong. Gray puts it off the backboard, banks it through. Kane Gray with 5 total points now. Answers right back to Holzbosch's three. McMahon came flying in, bodied a man down low. Another three for the Jaguars. Poe goes out, rebound for the Rams. Eli Paz. Deep pass broken up by McMahon. Looks like the Rams will stay with possession as McMahon was the last to touch. Pass deflected, kept alive for Blake Snyder. Three balls are finally starting to drop in the second half. First half, there is only two made. And that's a nice find by the Rams down low. Was Kanan Mack dropping down the deuce. Timeout will be called by the Jaguars. It is 26-24, a two-point game. Oakdale Rams currently leading. It's Middle School Madness on NorCal Sports TV.
The way up from Los Angeles, we just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court.
26-24. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Oakdale Rams lead by 2 thanks to the great shooting of the Rams so far. And here, deep ball is made, a 3 for the Jaguars. Well-placed timeout for Jackson, who easily retakes the lead. Simple as that. Oakdale looking for the answer. And another foul goes on Eli Paz. It's going to be his third foul of the game. Looks like a sub will have to come in for the Jaguars. Logan Yelnick. (27-26) Jackson up by 1. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. This one is tight. Yelnick was replaced by Ryder Watkins. Oakdale will put some pressure from half court. Jaguars looking to extend their lead, which haven't had for long. Watkins receives a wild pass. Double team trapped at half court. Taken by Blake Snyder. Pass up Ryan Reen, and an easy right hand soft touch off the glass. And Reen gives some credit to the assist of Blake Snyder. Holzbosch. 2 hands by Landon Peckman. going to be his second foul, first in the second half. You don't want to take that blow from the body of someone driving against you, so you put your hands out for a little protection, but of course that is a foul. At this younger age, you just have to learn to deal with it, as we have another travel on the shot, taking an extra jump step for releasing the ball. That was Vincent Wright. Has to dribble into that step if he wants to have it as an option and not just jump right into it. After Reen's layup on the fast break, Oakdale back in the lead by 1, looking to extend with Kane Gray at the free throw line after Logan McMahon picks up foul number 2. Kane Gray, first free throw's good, and I saw him and a coach shooting free throws before the game today, getting a little extra practice and a silky smooth release from the charity stripe. Kane Gray with 6 points. Good practice for Kane Gray before, as it works out in game with the 3-point lead to the Oakdale Rams. And a forced turnover. Some added pressure leads to the fear of the Jaguars, and shaking his head is Vincent Wright as we have another turnover. This is going to go for Oakdale, their second timeout in the game. 30-27, Oakdale up by 3.
10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, 5-day overnight basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. If you have a 4th through 12th grader, boy or girl, the summer camp is returning for the summer of 2023. 1 week in June, 1 week in July. You don't want to miss out on the great time with some help of coaches from the high school, college, and NBA. Blake Snyder dropping down that 2 ball, adding to Oakdale's lead, and then a turnover right back to the Rams after that. Snyder has 8 total points. Oakdale keeps moving, looking for that shot. It could be Snyder again. Doesn't go. Put back. Little slap on the arm, not called by the official as McMahon is tied up. No, it's going to be a foul on number 10, Landon Peckman. That's going to be foul number 3. NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, like I said, 1 week in June, 1 week in July. You don't want to miss out. High school, college, and NBA level coaches help your player become better. And Ryan Reen right underneath, getting that ball, putting it back up, making a strong statement. Probably the future home of his high school basketball career. Jaguars get a 15-footer, misses, and fighting for it. Oakdale can't get the handle. Eli Paz was the last to touch. Kane Gray couldn't get there to save it before it hit the black paint on the baseline. Jaguars falling back behind, but they've been here before, as well as Kane Gray tips this one back to the doors. Kane Gray makes another stop, batting that ball away. Now Jackson will have to inbound from the sideline. Kane Gray back on the ball. Yelnick gets it into Logan McMahon. See what the game plan is. I believe McMahon should get the ball a little bit more. Working down off the post. Keep that ball high and wait for the fouls. Gray slaps this one. That's the pass, and it's Blake Snyder on the move, passing up, losing the handle, and it's back into the arms of Eli Pez, who gets another deuce on the board. The largest lead of the game, 36-27. Timeout by the Jaguars will be called, and we'll be back in just a moment for the final minute of quarter number 3. Middle School Madness live from Oakdale High School in Oakdale, California. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and this is game number 1 of the day. Jackson's 7th grade team versus Oakdale's 7th grade team, and it's been tight all game long, but Oakdale has now pulling ahead to a 9-point lead, which is the largest of the game. And if Jackson wants a chance at this victory, going to have to start working a little more offensively. Despite Oakdale pulling up on scoring in the second half, well, their offense has been at a standstill. So their defense needs to work to force those stops, but if they continue to allow those possessions to be scores, well, it's going to be a whole new ball game. Jackson finds McMahon, top of the arc, finds a backdoor pass to Vincent Wright. Now Holzbosch working on Ryan Reen. Holzbosch pushes it up, and a rebound for Oakdale's Kanan Mack. Deep pass to Blake Snyder, tipped away by McMahon, and 16 seconds remains for Oakdale to possibly get a final shot and take this lead into double digits. Snyder finds Reen on the wing. Reen steps in. McMahon, another block. That's number 3. No way of getting around Logan McMahon. Oakdale baseline kick out to the corner. Wrapping around. 5 seconds to shoot. Reen pulls the trigger, rattles off. McMahon rebound. Looks like Jackson will hold and not get a final shot. So at the end of 3, it's still a 9-point game. See if the Jaguars can come back or if the Rams will hold on right here for Middle School Madness.
All the way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people.
Fourth quarter and the final 7 minutes underway at Oakdale High School for Middle School Madness on NorCal Sports TV. Oakdale Rams a 9-point lead, 36-27 against the Jackson Jaguars. It's been quite a bit of foul trouble between the two halves, and the Jaguars, they need to get their offense moving if they want a chance to take this victory. But Oakdale, in their hometown, their future home high school court, showing that they can play, and showing head coach Berg of the Oakdale Mustangs, who's officiating, part of the officiating crew tonight, saying, hey, we want to play ball for you. Coach Berg was telling me before the game that he's been coaching for 25 years. He wants to coach for 25 more. So these kids will certainly be there, or be here at Oakdale if Burt continues to coach. 36-27, Oakdale looks like clock control will be their biggest momentum push here. So they have that 9-point lead, which can easily be dropped down. But as long as they control the clock, they have no shot clock. So the Jaguars will have to take a steal. The Rams certainly looks like they're not being as aggressive getting to the basket. They've been shooting all game long deep balls as we have a foul on Holzbosch. And that is foul number 2. Holzbosch comes over and helps him up after the push. Just trying to get that ball out, and Blake Snyder denied him from getting there. Marine caught on the carry. Official said the ball was on the thigh. An extra touch of the ball, then wrapped it back around. So Jaguars get this ball after the Oakdale Rams were basically trying to hold it out for the final quarter. Bryson Lambert takes the ball right away from Peyton Clark, who's going up in transition for the Jaguars, and now it's back to Eli Paz. Jaguars only 5 minutes to make the comeback, and Holzbosch has been the strongest in the second half. Gives it up to an open 3. Vincent Wright misses. Green swings court. Eli Paz finds the open Bryson Lambert, but traveled first. And there is the technical foul on Eli Paz. Slammed that ball to the ground, went way up over the head. Technical foul on Eli Paz after he was got on the travel, and now Jackson will take the timeout. That is the third of the game, and they'll be shooting free throws when we come back.
10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Middle school madness from Oakdale High School. Levi Flores, NorCal's voice of choice. And right before the break, well, the Oakdale Rams technical foul on Eli Paz for slamming the ball to the ground after he was called on the travel. So shooting the technical free throws is number 24, Logan Jelinek. Short on his first free throw. And also the Jaguars now in the bonus, and if it comes down to it, free throws can certainly win this game for Jackson, being down 9. The clock stopped. Shooting free throws, it's very important to make those. And it'll also be Jaguar basketball after the travel initially from Paz before the whole technical foul. Jaguars have a wide open man, Logan Yelnick, and he scoops it up with the right hand. Where was the Oakdale defense on that, guarding the wrong basket? Steal by Vincent Wright, then deflected by Ryan Reen, and Jaguars get this back and now making a strong pull for this game. 36-29 after the shot by Logan Yelnick, making up for those missed free throws. Now they need to do it again. McMahon wraps around, gets the ball high, and then gives it right to Kane Gray of Oakdale. Now they'll slow up. Snyder trapped on the baseline, needs to get the ball out, falls to the ground, ball goes, and now Oakdale will call their third timeout of the game to avoid yet another turnover. 36-29, 7-point difference in the final 4 minutes.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
The defense trying to take it away because the Oakdale Rams are strong in their offense and in their passing abilities to keep the ball away from the Jaguars. That is going to be the second foul on Vincent Wright. The Jaguars can't foul much more. It's only their 4th foul in the second half, which keeps them away from the bonus, but there's almost no chance if you keep fouling and not getting steals. And Oakdale ticking the clock down second by second, pass by pass. Finally, the steal is made by Logan Yelenick, and then he gives it over to Holzbosch. He tosses it up off his dribble, and Oakdale will get it back on another failed possession. It's right up to Blake Snyder. He gets a transition attempt. He's fouled from behind, and Vincent Wright going to pick up foul number 3. That allows some free throws for Blake Snyder, and we'll see if it was a good foul or not. If Snyder hits these free throws, of course, not necessarily a good foul, but Jaguars will get the ball back, hopefully off the missed attempt. See, he misses the first one. And second one goes down for Snyder, so the Jaguars get the ball anyway. And this is where they can't make mistakes. Yelenick finds McMahon. Yelenick drives, puts the shoulder into the chest of Paz, and stripped away by Kane Gray. Paz, bounce pass, finds the backdoor man, cutting Blake Snyder. 11 points for Blake Snyder in the game. A beautiful setup play by the Oakdale Rams, and then there is Holzbosch launching the deep 2. It's been the leader of this Jackson team today. 8-point separation, 2.5 to play. It's nearly the Rams' game as long as they can hold out. Paz goes by, drives on McMahon. Another deuce for Eli Paz. Holzbosch, ball stripped by Blake Snyder. A clean poke out. And Oakdale fighting their way through to the end as we have another foul. Eli Paz will go to the free throw line. That's going to be the 4th foul on Vincent Wright. Paz is short on his first free throw, but it's a 10-point lead either way. Getting ready on the sidelines. Game number 2 here in the big gym is Ione B team 7th grade versus Oakdale 2 7th grade team. They're not going to count that with a lane violation on Oakdale. Jaguars get the ball back down by 10, 41-31 for middle school madness. Wright finds Holzbosch. Pass down, Paz the deflection. Kane Gray the takeaway. Paz moved around McMahon, got the ball off, just not the angle at the basket that he needed. Then McMahon, will throw this one out to Holzbosch. Regains it, throws it up from deep 2-point range, and a rebound for Blake Snyder of Oakdale. Jaguars just tossing up anything they can get now in hopes to bring it closer than this 10-point scoring lead. One minute to play. 41-31. And a timeout called by the Oakdale Rams. We're back in 30 seconds for the final minute of Middle School Madness, game number 1. One falling down. Oakdale Rams, 4th quarter lead by 10, 41-31 with 58 seconds left. The Rams call the timeout to set up their final plays. The Jaguars, a very hard-fought battle in the second half. Nearly the whole game, but mostly seen in the second half was JoJo Holzbosch. The bulk of the points, including 1 3 and 2 from the free throw line. The Rams will take this victory. Oakdale just dribbling this ball out. Also after the game, we will have the post-game player of the game interview. Stay tuned to see who it is, why, and what their thoughts on the game were. Paz switches court to Reen. And the defense not making a play at the ball, just putting some pressure to hopefully force the turnover. Reen picks up the dribble out to Kane Gray. Final 10 seconds. Reen faking out Yelnick the best he can. Ball poked. Vincent Wright goes with 2 steps. Too much muscle off the backboard. Jump ball, and that does it. That is the end of game number 1 for Middle School Madness at Oakdale High. We'll have our player of the game joining me in just a moment. Stay tuned for that. But the final score, 41-31. Oakdale 7th grade, Jackson 7th grade. Once again, post-game interview coming up next.
10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Ryan Reen. Ryan, you had 13 points in the victory against Jackson, and well, you're no stranger to NorCal Sports TV, and you certainly showed up for the crowd and everyone watching. 13 points, 1 3-pointer. What do you have to say for your performance?
Better though.
Well, you certainly did show up, and like I said, no stranger to NorCal Sports TV, but that 3-point percentage of yours, it kind of lacked in the first half, but then you pulled up and finally started knocking down everything. What do you have to say for your entire team as they helped you bring along this victory?
We played well. It was a team performance, and it was fun.
And as you head into the season of basketball here for your 7th grade season, what are you looking forward to?
I'm trying to win a championship and play team basketball.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Hope to see you in that championship game.
Thank you.
Good job once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Game number 1 has come to a close. Jackson 7th grade team falls to the Oakdale 7th grade team. The Rams with a 10-point victory, 41-31. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and we'll see you for game number 2. It's Ione B team versus Oakdale number 2.